Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Frankie B, and it is early in the AM, and the art is starting to get the flow. Now I gotta talk kind of low because it's so early. It's like 2:58 AM Eastern time. My lovely wife is still sleeping, but she'll be up around 4 o'clock because then we got to do our workout. And I just gotta tell you, man, whew, my arms are killing me right now. We did arms and triceps yesterday, and whew, they're on 5. That's good. You know, for a minute I thought I was back in the day when I was in my 30s and stuff, working out at gyms and just doing all kind of crazy lifts and whatever with the buds. But anyway, it just feels good. I'm at this point in my life anyway where I'm just trying to maintain the machine. I just want to make sure the machine can still be able to just get out of there, just get up and moving. You know what I mean? So anyway, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, hold on a second. First, oh, I'm so rude. First off, thank you so much for coming to the to my channel. God, look at me, man. I'm all super amped up already. It's crazy. I appreciate the fact you've taken the time to come on over and check out what I got. I'm so happy to see so many people starting to comment because that feels really good. I love being able to respond to people, and as always, I'm very gracious to the fact that people appreciate my artwork. I mean, you don't have to come to my site. It's not like I got something over on you and being like, yo, man, you need to come to my site because, no. It's not like that. It's like you come because you choose to come because you enjoy the artwork, and hopefully, you enjoy just out here, letting this art flow and you're digging it. And hopefully you're doing the same thing to many other artists out there as well that are doing this, trying to keep the positivity strong and just keeping the creativity even stronger. So anyway, I had this epiphany as I was getting up this morning, as my arms are killing me, aching. And I was like, you know what, Frank, I got to go old school. Now, as you guys know in previous videos, my weapons of choice are the Pentel brush pen, which is fantastic. I mean, it's look at this. It has a cartridge. You just pop the cartridge in and then you can just fly, man, with it. It's just, it's great in so many ways because, again, as a commercial illustrator, as a freelancer, time equals money. I can't be lingering on something for like months or years. Clients, they can be understanding to a certain point, but let's be real, man. If I was taking my car to a mechanic and I took it and the mechanic said, okay, I'll have it done to you, have it finished to you in a week, and then all of a sudden it turns out 3 weeks, I'm not going to be a happy camper. Most likely I don't even want to possibly go back to that person. So the thing is, that's just like any other contractor. So I have to be mindful of my time. I have to be mindful of deadlines. So with that said, I was like, man, you know what? When I originally started, I was really into, using brush and ink. And so what happened was, as I've told you also before, in my previous videos, I'm a hoarder when it comes to art tools. The reason why is because just like now, like I tend to wake up super early and I get to work, and trust me, at this time right now on the East Coast, Northeast, there are no art stores open. So I'm up, creek. So that ain't happening. So the thing is, I tend to buy in bulk if I can. So what happened is I said, okay, let me look through my files, and boom, I found some of my old brushes. These are Royal soft brushes. They were cheap, they were cheap, but they got the job done. They held a point pretty good for a little bit. And then I had some other more wider brush heads and stuff. It was all about economics with me. I mean, clearly there are painters out there and people like that who are really heavily invested into spending top dollar for, brushes that are, whatever. So that's on them. Me, it was all about economics, about getting the job done. And as long as it did not affect the quality of the work, I'm not complaining. So anyway, I broke this out. I also, I had my inkwell, but what happened was my inkwell, because I haven't used it in so long, it had it has to be cleaned out. So that's right now soaking, and it's in the process of being cleaned out. I gotta really get in there and clean it out. But luckily we have a fur baby, and her name is Shadow, and I grabbed one of her Fancy Feast empty ones, and I'm gonna use that as a. Let me see if I can dry it out a little bit. Kind of cleaned it out really on a down low. These are actually pretty good, man. You know, you got it. This is old school. This is, you know. Sorry about that sound too. That's just the can. Had to dry it out a little bit because you don't want it to. You don't want any water to get on that ink and stuff. And then I finally brought out a bottle of my Sumi ink. Now I don't even know if they're still making Sumi ink. This is the one that I enjoyed using, Yasutomo Sumi ink. As you can see, for drawing, let's see, for drawing, painting, and calligraphy brushwork, really good. Still got a bunch in here. Make sure that top is tight. I've had accidents in the past, boy. Whew, that's a nightmare. When you get a splosh of ink on it, like I've said in previous videos, I'm a messy artist, so sometimes I'll just have to work around that, or I just redo the piece. You know, it happens, man. So anyway, I'm gonna pour a little bit in here. Oh, look at that. You see that? Nice ink. Put a little bit in there. Don't want to overdo it. Now, I tend to do a test. I like to do a nice little test with the ink because, you know, I'm a little rusty, just to get a feel of it. So, all right, here we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go a nice gentle side right into there. This cat can 10 can is great because I'm able to get rid of SS ink, and yeah. So I would suggest that anyone to, you know, just get in there and just, you know, have fun with it. The control feels good. It's funny. It's been so many years. So many years since I have used the brush. It's crazy. Even longer with using quill pens. I've had a love-hate relationship with quill pens. The sharpness, like something about, like, it depends, I guess, on the Bristol paper that you're working with, or the board. Yeah, that's feeling good. Got it. Yeah, these were so nice. And again, this is just, you're just waking up those muscles again and just getting it getting it ready for the job at hand. That's pretty good. I feel good. See? Easy peasy. Now I'm going to shuffle this aside and come to the main course. Now the main course is going to be this. It is a 2015 Age of Ultron sketch cover, because I'm starting to break open my sketch covers and I'm working on them. And I believe this is going to be going up on the auctions. That's some beautiful work. Wow. So technically I have Ultron, the classic Ultron, with and he's crushing this zombie Hulk. Oh my god, he's gross. Just a little bit of my tapping my old school horror love. So we'll just see how that goes. So let's do this. Oh, I'm just gonna say right now, oh, the pain. Definitely gonna be doing some stretching this morning. I think that's pretty much our workout today is gonna be some yoga stretches. Definitely looking forward to it. It's so important to stretch. It becomes so much more. I'll be 51 this year. It's crazy just to wrap that around my mind. I think sometimes people are shocked at it that I'm in my 50s. I tell them I've been doing this for 30 years, and it's kind of like, what, really? I'm like, nah, man. I've been in the art industry for a minute, more than a minute. Talk a couple hours. So All right. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Look at that, nice and sharp. I remember hanging out with Rob Stowe and the Cats, Jamal, Igel, and Gray and those guys up in New York back in the day. And I would, well, especially Rob, because Rob was from Boston, and I would watch him as he was inking. And man, the brushes he had, they were so like razor sharp. But there was a level of confidence, like you just got to step right in and, you know, handle your business. Don't be intimidated by it. Oh, this is the problem. I have a power cord connected to my iPhone as I'm videotaping this, and my brush keeps bumping into it. So therein lies the problem with the brush. The Pentel is nice and short, but you know what? It's kind of nice. It's like straight on Sumi ink. Look at that, nice and yeah, it's laying down nice. The ink that's been sitting in my one of my numerous desks. But again, you know, it's for these kind of moments, you know. I encourage any artist out there, just any creative, like, it's good to go old school sometimes. Go back to the roots, the basics, whatever that you started off with, just to see if where you're at, see if you still got it. Wow, look at this. Now, as always, this is going to be a mashup video, so it's going to be me chatting it up a little bit. And then I'm going to switch over to hyperlapse. And boy, this is feeling really good. This is, man, it's like I never stopped doing it, using the brush. What's great about these two is it's down here like this nice. I love that. But again, it was, for me, it's always been about economics. And I think that should be for any kind of contractor. You have to think about the economics. You can figure out how much something's going to cost, and in most cases you want to make sure you get your bang for your buck, but you don't want to be, you know, you don't want money to be flying out fast, because we're in such a field where, you know, trying to get that next gig is always going to be a challenge. So you want to be smart about it. And please, by all means, let me know what you guys think of me coming back here old school inking with my brushes. And I mean, I also have I found these watercolor, they're called watercolor brushes, where you can like tube brushes where you can put water in them. I forgot how it goes. Yeah, you can put water in them, right? So then as you're using the brush, say you get your watercolor paint, it's like it gives you that continuous water flow. So what I did was I transformed those into like inks. I put ink in them, and so I use those. And some of them are, it's interesting because I play with those sometimes, because many of them, you know, they've dried out or whatever, has some drying effects, and then you get these interesting effects. That was one thing I learned in school, was like my teachers were always expressing the fact that the things you can get with a brush, like even a brush that seems dead, yes, the dead brushes, those are the ones where you can get some really interesting stuff. Get it with a little bit of, put a little ink on it, and it could be all like, you know, the hairs could be kind of matted or whatever, and boy, you can get some really cool stuff out of it. Yeah, nice. Look at that. All right, man, this is feeling good. So anyway, this is gonna be the point where I'm gonna switch on over. Yeah, I think I'm past the point now. I'm gonna switch over to hyperlapse. As always, keep that art flowing, stay positive, and whatever dream that you have, go for it. This is your one shot that you know of, this life that you have. Don't let it go through your hands. You don't want to have any regrets. So anyway, peace.